All right. This is still April 7th. It's the final, almost final 30 minutes of trading. Yeah, so today has been pretty educational. I traded, I think I mentioned it in an earlier video, and then and one of them was DPN. I did trade this a little bit earlier, but I want to go specifically. Alexa, pause. I want to go specifically on why I ended up buying this stock and why I ended up holding, um, even where it was at. So, like, I bought this stock a couple of times right around here, and I averaged out at 161. And particularly, the main reason why I bought it the first time is because one, it was at support, near support. So I bought it at that support at where was it, 158. Um, and then I bought some more at 169 when it was finding some more support above 170. And then I bought some more when it dropped back down to 158. And then that gave me a average price of 161. So, you know, throughout this whole time when it was holding this 140 area, the only reason why I did not sell it, which let's just go back, and this is all on the 1 minute candlestick, 1 minute day chart. Each candlestick represents 1 minute, right? So here I was finding support here, and the biggest thing is that it not only traded below the 200 EMA, but the price was so close to the VWAP, which is this purple line. So the red line is the 200 EMA, the purple line is the VWAP, the yellow line is the 100, and the green line is the 50 EMA, right? So with this purple line, I know it's kind of hard to see it, but when that purple um, was coming close to the 200 EMA, and the price was actually bouncing near and around the 200 EMA. There was a couple of times where I didn't think I was going to hold on to this. So what I did was started to look for where support was. Obviously, I didn't know where support was over here when it, but when I was here, I went back to the pre-market and I said, you know, even when the market opened, right here there was support. Um, there was some there was some more right around here, so I knew that 145 140ish area would have been some strong support. So I was seeing that going from the pre-market to active day trading, which is going on now. So also with the EMA, as the VWAP and the 200 EMA were starting to close together, we're starting to see this consolidation, this sideways trading. And the only reason why I didn't sell here because when 9, well, typically when I see it, when it trades sideways, there is a dip in price. And the only reason why I did not sell during this time is because if we look at the MACD and the RSI, it was actually this trailing along support. So because it was trailing along support, it gave it it gave me more of an idea or a thought that hey, this can go a little bit higher. So I said, you know what, let me be patient. And since I'm patient, or practicing my patience, because I sometimes I tend to lack that, um, you know, so because I want to be a little bit more patient, I want to see that, hey, this has an opportunity to not only bounce, but across the 50 EMA over the VWAP. And that's exactly what it did, and that's why I held. Um, I probably should have sold at 180, being that there was difficulty at the $2 area, and we see that the high of the day was 195. But it did get to kind of sort of retest the high, went up to 188, and seeing if it will do the same here as all EMAs now are starting to trade or begin to start trading over the VWAP. So I anticipate a little pullback, but after that pullback to maybe the 165 area, that it will start to retest the highs of the day. So there's still another 30 minutes on the day, so anything could come out, any type of news, anything could definitely dictate a different type of movement with this stock. But the key aspect here was focusing all the attention on the VWAP, knowing where the VWAP is in relation to the EMAs, and also relation to your stop. Like my stop was 140, but once it started to trend to like 138, 139, I knew that it was going to come back. It was going to pop back up, and the reason why I knew that is because on, once again, not just the support from back in the pre-market time, but also the level two. The level two gave me a gauge of where the price might be going. Even though this is highly manipulated and you really can't put a high value on the level two, but you can still put some aspect of reliability into it. And knowing that staying with the chart, staying with the technicals, will help you to gauge where your risk level is. So I was willing to risk 30 cents a share. If it went down to, I got in at 160. I said it bounced off of 140. If it got to 135, I definitely would have cut. But it was so right there on the RSI, holding that support, that the only thing I could think of was that, hey, this should pop back up, and because it's going to pop back up, which you know, which it ended up doing back over here. Sorry, which it ended up doing over here. Once it hit the support area, and no time throughout this day, except for only right when the market opened, no time during this day was the stock ever oversold. So being that was another factor for me, that it wasn't oversold any time during the day, that it still had some opportunity to go up. So you know this is DPW. Um, I was looking at some of the stock, some of the information about the stock on how it works, particularly manufacturing and sell power system solutions for military, aerospace, medical, and industrial telecommunications industries in North America and Europe, right? So they offer some power system solutions, high grade flexibility power supply, right? So all this is pretty much to say that because that they have some type of filter that they were working on. News came out this morning. Go to it, that I think they were using their electrical system, their high power electrical system, to get a ventilator or some type of filter to kind of help out with this coronavirus pandemic. So, you know, so today, DPW, the Diversified Holding Company, announced that its global power electronic business, Cooley's Cooley's Technologies Corp, partners actually in Asia, are back capacity, right? So this is increased demand, increase in demand for customers in the medical industry, specifically related to the power supplies for oxygen concentrators and ventilators, with approximately $1.4 million in order. So, being that it may, that 1.4 million sounds good. But at the same time, I can imagine, because this is a stock that's heavily diluted. If we take a look at this long-term chart, and this is why you should always go back to the long term, it has been just beaten down. This, I tend to stay away. This is something I totally tend to stay away from. But today, because of how it looked, on the how it looked on the year chart, and I was looking at the separation between the actual 100 EMA and the 200 EMA, and seeing that level of distance to gap up on, the possibility that it could gap up on. I said, what, why don't I take a chance, even though it is a reverse of my strategy. So that's why I ended up buying this. And like I said, I do have my own watch list where I've been kind of just tracking these stocks that do the reverse of my strategy, and DPW was on that list of stocks. You can see Lululemon is on there, because I do like Lululemon as well. But yeah, there's quite a couple of companies I've been tracking, just kind of see how it moves as a reverse of my strategy. So we shall see as we take the last closing, with 23 minutes left in today's market. So, like I said, it's dropping down, which is what I anticipated. I anticipated some type of pullback, and then I also anticipate a bounce still. So there still should be some type of bounce, whether it comes down to the 50s, which it did. There's still there. This bounce will help the stock go up higher, just because now it gives more of a chance for the 200 EMA to pull over the VWAP. And now when that happens, we not only will find some support in the 160s, but we'll also should see that the price will go higher. So, so for time's sake, I don't want this video to be like 20 minutes long because I can tend to talk a little bit longer than necessary. But I think that I will pause this now and come back and we can reconvene with this. Yeah. So DPW, 22 minutes left in the trading day.